October 1st, we'll have another demo night at All Systems Go in Worcester. Check me out for more details on that as well. And finally, Indies Coffee Hour happens every Friday now, so the Zoom link for that will be posted in the Slack events channel for Fridays at 8:30 a.m. And speaking of Slack, follow us on all our socials. So that includes Slack, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. That's at Boston Indies, everywhere. After this whole event is over, around 9, we'll be heading over to Flat Top Johnny's, which is right back there, for a little after-party happy hour. So come join us, socialize with your fellow gamers and game devs, and make some new friends. BostonGameDev.org is the website, the donate link. We need to cover, venue costs and pay for meetup.com and website URLs, all that kind of junk. So that's it.
So we're doing a quick little romp around demo night tonight. First off,
Melody, she, her, hi. I have a fun little demo here set up where it reads in these April tags from my phone, processes them in the computer, and then reprojects them back onto the ground in sort of a physicalized computing deal. But I'm really hopeful that it can be used as a game interface for cool physicalized gaming.
So this is Frogmageddon. It is basically Agar.io meets Vampire Survivors in this epic battle for control and defeating all the Snake Army.
Skull Scavenger is a roguelike extraction game about building your perfect knapsack and using all the items at all the right times on the bosses in a row to beat all 4 bosses at the same time.
Hey, my name is Chase, and I'm working on Metropolis 1998, and it's a city builder that basically you can optionally design your houses from scratch if you'd like, or place blueprints. It's going to feature granular design where you can place specific businesses to meet your civilians' needs. It's available on Steam now, Metropolis 1998.
Hi, we're making a skating game in the style of like Jet Set Radio and Tony Hawk. We're combining both of those games and adding a bit of Sonic into it, so expect like a lot of momentum-based platforming and the utilization of your skills to kind of get across the map. The level that you're seeing here is like a playground where you're just, at the moment, we're just losing as a level design test, so you're exploring around, trying to figure out what you can do and, push the movement system.
So this is Tamsin Twins. So you play as 2 twin girls that start out evil, and their boss tries to kill them. So they, of course, try to kill their boss, and they get killed in the process, as you can see in this cutscene. So they start out evil, they get killed, and they basically lose all of their powers and find themselves on the beach. And in their redemption arc, they'll try and get revenge on their old boss. And in that arc, they will discover what it means to become heroes, to be vigilant, to have valor and honor and all those things, and also become queens as well.
Right, so this is A Call from Under the House. It's an eldritch horror point-and-click puzzle game where you play as a detective trying to solve the mystery of the house. Like there's some eldritch being making a lot of problems. This is the detective, the main character. He's the world's best detective, but not really. He's the world's worst detective. He's really just doing this because he doesn't want to get fired.
This is just sort of a love letter to some of the older, weirder NES titles of the past, specifically like Sunsoft. I've always had this sort of fascination with the NES games that took place in like suburbia, because it had both that that uncanniness of a familiar thing, but then all of this like surreal aspects of monsters and that kind of Fester Quest weirdness of it.
This is Bestragon, a roguelike deck building 4X game where you try to survive in a harsh world and try to run from the red cloud, the malaise. It will kill everything it touches, so try to get as far as possible and survive as long. You get upgrade points the further you get and other stuff you do, and then you can upgrade your cards and unlock new ones, and then do again.
This is a 3D action RPG where you play a werewolf trapped in the spirit realm. In this case, you're trying to recover your memories to figure out why you're here, and eventually you regain human form and unlock new powers with each new memory. This is the Twilight Dungeon, which is built around light and darkness.
So this is an asymmetric multiplayer game called Beware the Ghost. It's played on 2 screens, with one player playing as a ghost on one screen, while up to 4 investigators are exploring a haunted house on another screen.
The ghost can possess furniture and attack the investigators with it, and the investigators have to defend themselves with their frying pans.
It's a survivor's like. You just go around, you kill stuff, you get EXP, you level up, you learn abilities.
Okay, welcome to Ghost Jukebox. It's about a ghost stuck in purgatory, and they use music therapy to help lost souls move forward. Listen to each patron's story through an emotional, cozy rhythm game.
This is a bit of Serial Man's commission game for Indiepocalypse, which is a monthly anthology of alternative indie games. This is a exploratory abstract platformer called Serial Man by Pansalor.
Wall Dodging 3D is a game where you just have to make it to the end of the level without hitting a wall.
This Side Up is a puzzle platform game available right now on Steam. It's a game set in a world with multiple directions of gravity, so some things fall up and some things fall down. You work as a multi-gravitational logistics manager in a dystopian Amazon-like package shipping environment, so you want to deliver your packages as quickly as you can.
Hi there, my name is Connor, and I'm the developer for this game, Omnivore's Rule. Right now it's in early prototype stages, and it's about an android overcoming its programming and becoming a decolonial android. So really you explore, learn about your environment, and you are super abled, and you'll see pretty soon what we're up to.
So my name is Manny Malaya. I'm here to show off my game, and I love making games. Let's see, what do I like about Boston Indies? That we can do stuff like this, that we can show off our games, maybe on a big screen if we wanted to, but typically on smaller screens. It's a really enjoyable time, lots of play testing to be had, lots of really cool people to meet and network with. I totally recommend going to Boston Indies, any of these events, checking out the meetup page, checking out the Twitters, meeting all the cool people here.
I am Sky Pritchard. I'm showing off the game Bed and Beakfist. It is a demo that I worked on for most of last year, part-time with my team of 6 people, now 7 people, fluctuating team size. And we stopped working on it in May. But now we're looking at it and thinking this is pretty good and this is really fun. So let's make it into a full game. So we're here to show it off, get some feedback while we start on the journey to a full game. COVID hit just as I was ending high school, and it was there throughout my college experience. And so getting in-person events, they just weren't happening. And it's just really lovely to come to these kinds of things and have the community come out and getting to know the people who are interested in all the things that I'm interested in and who are passionate about this art form. Look up Bed and Beakfist on Steam, wishlist us. There may be some changes in the future, but that's where to go.
Hey, I'm Mark Radosi. I make games in my spare time, and right now I'm showing off a new idea I just came up with. Working on a game where you play as a fireman, you put out fires, you rescue civilians, and you have a cool magic extension ladder that you can plant anywhere, climb up, and jump off. And I'm trying out some new ideas with it and seeing what people think. Boston Indies is a cool community of people just like me who just make games because it's fun, they like doing it, and it's cool to have a place to go to just show it off with other people who enjoy the craft, and just to see and just talk with other people, like-minded people, get feedback on the games I'm working on. I have made 2 games prior to this, Vision Soft Reset and Moonlight Pulse, both of which are Metroidvanias that you can play on Steam right now. And in particular, Moonlight Pulse, which I just released a few months ago, is a game where you play as 4 different characters exploring a planet-sized turtle, and you're trying to save it from parasites.
So I'm Alex. I'm a senior at WPI. And I'm working on a game called A Call from Under the House, which is a eldritch horror point-and-click puzzle game. As a student, this is like a great way for me to meet people in the indie scene, especially because I'm not from here. I come here for school, and I want to potentially work around here. So it's a great way to meet people and build a community, which is very important to me. And also just see other things that are going on, because at school you only see so many different projects, but it's really cool to see what everyone else is doing. Call from Under the House is on Steam. We have a demo out, and we're hoping to release in October. and you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Party Crasher Studios.
My name's Kropashev. I am a indie game developer that works. Well, I guess I have my own company, Evil Villain Games. That's me and Shane Dan Hart, who's also an amazing coder. I mostly focus on 3D art. So the current game we're working on is Skull Scavenger. It is actually one of 2 games that we're making. It's slightly smaller since that seems to be a better thing for publishers when you start getting momentum there. It is a twin stick shooter that has drifting mechanics and extraction mechanics in it. We wanted to play with the roguelite formula where sometimes you get to keep the cool things that you get, and then you can try to create more intense builds, and it allows us to increase the difficulty on the other end, so you can have much more dangerous fights. That seems to be going really good. Boston Indies is awesome. It's really a very supportive community. I guess what I like most about it is that, I mean, it's just so many types of skills that are a part of the group, and you can always kind of find someone that's poking around with some kind of new idea, and like, yeah. Also, I really enjoy the Slack and all the like places we communicate. It's just a good, I don't know, like a support network. It's good for the sanity. Sanity is easy to let go of when you're doing this kind of work. So it helps have people that understand the struggles and the love and the good stuff and the bad. Our website is evilvillaingames.com. We do have Skull Scavenger in Steam that you can wishlist. I think Rolling Rogues is not on Steam. That one is our other game, which actually needs 3 years of work. It's a little bigger, so we're trying to do something smaller first to get, like I said, publisher attention in a more organic, like safe investment kind of way. It's just nicer to do a year project versus 3 to 4 year projects where you need like most people hired. But yeah, check us out.
Hey guys, my name is Jay. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a freelance 2D artist around Boston area. Currently starting up my own indie studio, Studio Blue Jay. As a person who's been like starting up my own indie studio, I've been like talking a lot to some of the other devs that have started their own indies, and it has been like particularly super helpful for me, like figuring out how to lead a team, how to do the legal half of trying to run a studio. I really encourage you to check out my talk for the Boston Indies Lightning Talks over the summer of 2024, where I gave a talk about queer representation or LGBTQ plus representation in video games. For my studio, feel free to check out my website at studiobluejay.com.
My name is Zach Smith. I'm an indie game developer, hobbyist. And I came here to basically show a bunch of prototypes of small games I've been working on. I love events like this because it's great to interact with people, get live feedback, and to test the difficulty of what I'm making, because sometimes I can get too good at it. Myself, I'm a huge fan of FMV games, so I've been trying to find a way to bring like the fun of like green screen FMV into computerized worlds, so that's been a lot of fun for me.
I'm Evan Thaxter. What I do is indie game dev plus game dev tutor on the side. That's sort of my day job right now. But yeah, what I like about events like this would be definitely seeing all the amazing games people have made, getting to show off and get some feedback on mine. I'm trying to think. And just getting to chat and meet new people. Like, genuinely, one of the best things I've done for my mental health and for my projects are to show off games.
I'm Gavin Camlin. I help organize Boston Indies. I also am an engineer at Toys for Bob. What do I like about Boston Indies? Biased, obviously, but I just adore community. I think community is so important, especially when you have these creative fields, these creative endeavors. I think being able to come and like talk to people that are going through the same things you are, bond over that stuff, meet new people. I think that's so important to not only like game development, but just like us as humans. I think that's so big. And I think Boston Indies is it's just been this great place to just constantly come and like always see new faces. Like even as like an organizer, I'm always coming here and meeting new people. I'm always coming here and like seeing new friends, or new old friends. It's just wonderful. I've been coming to Boston Indies for I've been helping run it for maybe 3 years now, and I've been coming to it since I've been in college, so maybe like 6 or 7. I don't like thinking about it. But it's just been so important, especially for the Boston community. I feel like it's like this and all the other different game dev orgs that are organizing these big community events are just so important to like what we do. So definitely make it out if you can.
Hey, what's up? My name is Chris Mayer. I'm one of the organizers of Boston Indies. I'm here organizing Boston Indies. What I like about Boston Indies, this kind of goes back to, I used to work at Warner Brothers. I got laid off in 2015. And I was like, I'm gonna make a go of the indie thing. I'll try and, get a couple of my own games out there, see if I can make it big, like, Notch or whatever. And I just found it very lonely. After working at a studio with 500 people every day, we would go out to lunch, you'd go play, we play Foursquare in the parking lot. And then all of a sudden, it was just me in my apartment, writing C# 8 hours a day by myself. And so I started going to all the events around Boston. I went to Boston Indies, Postmortem, Unity Group still existed back then. And it really filled a place in my heart that was, it was missing. It felt very important. And so when I had the opportunity to step up and start helping out running stuff, it was a no-brainer. And so that's why I'm out here. That's why I'm running all this stuff. That's why we got the nonprofit now. I don't know, to make a place for people who, are lonely. You can go to bostongamedev.org to donate to the brand new Boston Game Dev nonprofit. We need that money for the venue fees and stickers and paying for URLs and all that good stuff.
Hi, my name is Savannah, and I help volunteer at Boston Indies. And what do I like about Indies? Oh, I don't know. The people. It's fun. All the cool games, all the cool things I get to learn here, If you guys are looking for more links to our Boston Indies socials, you can go to linktree/BOSINDIES, and that'll have a link to our Slack, our website, and all the rest of our social medias.